Michelle says you're her best friend. She tells me that I'm her best friend. Who is your best friend? I want to know.
When you're not threatened.
We picked up the kids from school the other day, and she goes, "Are you Willow and Ethan's uncle?" It's 2019. And
Welcome, RuPaul.
Welcome to the show. My goodness. From New York to LA, Houston to Minneapolis, everybody say love. Everybody say love. That is right. We are working our way through a 3-week summer test run. And child, we are loving every minute of what it. Yes, we are. Now, I saw y'all walking this runway, and I gotta say, you are so beautiful. I'm gonna pick my slay of the day, and y'all ain't ready for this one. Okay? Y'all can tell. Sit down. My slay of the day is right there. That 14-year-old kid right there. Come on down here. Come on down here. Come on. Watch your step now. Now, what is your name and where are you from?
My name is Jesus Reyes, and I am from Pico Rivera, California.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're from Pico who?
Pico Rivera?
Pico Rivera. I think I went to high school with him. Pico Rivera. And what lovely people brought you here today?
My mom's friend.
Your mother's friend, and?
And her husband.
Her husband.
Yeah, and her mom and her husband's friend.
And so you brought the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready to slay the runway one more time?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Because you really did. Where did you learn how to work the runway?
From myself, but watching your show.
You did? Oh, that's lovely. All right, you go to the top of the stage there, and when I tell you to go, you go, okay? You ready? Now, hit it. Work it. Wonderful. Well, look who's here. My sisters are here. Renee and Rozzy, my cousin Welby and ML. It's like a family reunion. Oh my God, it's like and Michelle's husband is up in here.
He is.
Hey, husband. David Case. And of course, Ross is here and Michelle. My goodness. It's like, wait a minute. Is this an intervention? I just want to make sure, you know. Hi, everybody. First, I want to introduce you to Jessica. She is from Houston, Texas, and when Hurricane Harvey hit in 2017, her family lost their business, putting them $1 million in debt. And Jessica says she also felt like she completely lost herself. Come on out here, Jessica. A little bit of love goes a long, long way, lifting you up to a brighter day. A little bit of love goes a long. Oh, that's just awful. Now, describe yourself before the hurricane.
I'm always outgoing. I'm very confident, always the giver, and I don't know, I love to be bold, I love to be outgoing. Like, this set is amazing.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, like, this is Jessica. This is, like, I love forward and amazing and just out there, and
the hurricane kind of killed your spirit.
hurricane killed everybody's spirit.
I'm so sorry. Well, baby, listen, we're going to help you get some of that spirit back, okay? All right? Now, what do you see when you look in the mirror now?
I feel like our home didn't flood. There's 2 types of people in Houston right now. If your home flooded, that's like, oh my gosh, you flooded, but no one talked about the other demographic of the people who lost everything business-wise.
Yeah.
So even though it's out of our control, I feel like as a mother and as a wife, and like somehow I failed. Like, we lost everything out of our control, but like somehow I did it wrong. Something wasn't right. So now it's like, everything I do, I pour into my children, I pour into my husband, I pour into, when I look in the mirror, it's like, not yet. It's not your time. Like, you're not worth it right now. You have other things you need to like rebuild and take care of and redo. So I just feel like I've quieted. Like my friends will call me and be like, where are you at? Like, what are you doing? Like, occasionally they get me to come, but I'm pretty quiet now.
Yeah. What was the business? What was the family business?
We did real estate investing.
Really?
So we had a lot of properties.
And the properties were destroyed?
Some were destroyed. And others, they put a law on in Houston. When the hurricane hit, they put a moratorium on all real estate. You couldn't buy, you couldn't sell. And so it's like a pipeline when you do investing. And so your holding costs accumulate. We had about 12 properties, mortgages for every single one. And they put a multiple month moratorium where you couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Does that also apply to the mortgage banks where they can't charge you for those times? No. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
They put a moratorium on the homeowners, but the banks don't get penalized or you still have to pay.
Collect. Yeah.
How about that? That is crazy. Now, okay, so are you anywhere near recovering from debt?
We just take one day at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been really blessed in that my husband and I, like I said, we pour ourselves into our community. It was a very humbling experience to be the people who always serve, to have to come out and be like, we need help.
Yeah.
Like, we're going under fast. We struggle. We don't know if we'll keep our home or not. It's just...
And I know your husband, Maurice, is here. Maurice, now tell me, what's your biggest hope for Jessica?
She gives a lot, but there's only so much in the tank. And instead of, taking care of herself, we'll cut things out on the budget and things where, she's putting that into others. And
well, here at RuPaul's show, we can't pay your $1 million debt, but we can help you put yourself first. Now, my style team is standing by backstage to help you take all those first steps. So go on back, and I can't wait to see how you turn out. Okay. All right, go on back there, baby. All right, Michelle, come on up here, because my next guest...
That's not for me, but
no,
thank you.
I want you up here because my next guest is one of your best friends.
Jeez.
And I'm going to find out which of us is your best friend. All right, Michelle, do the honors.
I'm so lucky to be able to sit here with two of my very best friends. And this woman is an incredible woman. She's an incredible girlfriend, and she is a truth bomb dropper, honey. So please welcome Miss Leah Remini.
I was gonna walk the runway, right?
Yeah.
But then when I was walking to the stage, I was like, "Oh my God, my skirt's too tight."
Yeah.
I knew you wouldn't
So
walk
I can't.
that.
So I can't.
Yeah.
I'm hearing excuses.
Really?
You could have walked that. You take little steps.
Yeah.
Remember
Yes,
little steps?
take
You
your
I
taught me.
don't. I don't know little. That would have been weird for me to take an hour.
No, look how sexy that is.
to walk out. Like, you know what I mean? You're a guest on a show. Let me take an hour.
Yeah.
To, like she said.
Well, no, it would be an hour well spent.
No.
Because
No.
you look fabulous.
Thank you.
You look fabulous. Now, I want to get to the bottom of this. Michelle says you're her best friend. She tells me that I'm her best friend. Michelle, what is it? Who is your best friend? I want to know.
Can't you both be my best friend?
But the best denotes, like, the tippy top, right?
No. Is it like we've obviously talked about you because you're such an important part of her life.
Yes.
And
yes.
and when you're not threatened. No, I'm not saying you are. I know that came off, but that's not what I meant. Sorry, there are kids here. There are kids here. Back to us.
Yeah. Now, how long have you guys known each other?
Since 2002.
2002. How'd you meet?
Sinbad, the comedian.
Sinbad?
I did morning. Please look at the picture, please.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my God, that's us doing karaoke at my house.
Oh, by the way, she's the worst person to do karaoke with.
Why?
Because she'll pick a song, she picks it, I can't pick it. I start singing it. If it's not up to her snuff, she stops it in the middle of it.
Rue, here's the thing.
goodness.
No, Rue, okay, so you're saying the story like slightly altered for TV purposes?
Correct me.
Okay.
Correct me.
I will, legumes.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to hear it like it's on the radio. Does everybody want? Okay, I don't want improving and runs.
Embellishing.
I don't like it. I want to hear the song as I heard it on the radio when you were in Seduction. I don't want to hear.
Since when am I Christina Aguilera? I sing it one way.
But you do a little bit like sometimes you like do, and I'm like, it's karaoke. Just sing it the way.
I'm 50 now. I was 19 when I did that record.
Still,
you want
the best voice still. The best voice still. Okay, and so I want her to sing it like she sings it. Okay.
I love that. We'll get to the bottom of this. We're going to go to a break real quick.
Okay.
And maybe we'll bring the karaoke machine
girl.
out.
You should.
All right.
As you should.
We'll be right back after this.
Okay. That was against the law.
Yeah.
That was rape. The tears that happened to these people, they're being acknowledged.
Yeah. You excited to see how she turned out?
I am.
I am too. Come on out here, Jessica.
I'm getting angrier and angrier. As a parishioner of Scientology, I went in, I spent all my money, I donated all my money, I gave all of my time. Did I have any idea that this was going on with children? No. We are acknowledging a group of people that have gone unacknowledged for so long. And they never once got, and they will never get, from the Church of Scientology. We are sorry.
That was a look at the A&E series, Leah Remini, Scientology, and the Aftermath. Wow, and you won an Emmy for that. Congratulations. Yes. Wow. And you were
And my partner is here, Mike Rinder.
Mike Render is there. I recognize Mike Render. And your mom, yes.
And my mom, Vicky's here.
Yes. And it was your mom who introduced you to Scientology.
Correct.
Is she still in? Probably
well,
not.
if she was still in, she wouldn't be here.
She wouldn't be
here. I
here.
don't say that to be a smartass. I'm saying that because that is the policy of Scientology, that oftentimes families decide to stay with Scientology because of the indoctrination, because of the brainwashing. The only reason I'm not really directly looking at you, Rue, is because you have taught me not to look sideways, so I'm very surprised.
Yes. Yeah. No. You've learned.
Why you have placed yourself there.
He's out of drag. He's not in drag now.
Yeah, no.
So he doesn't care about us looking to the side with the fat growing underneath our chin.
Leah has been on Drag Race, and she knows that I don't look to the side because I'm lit this way.
Yes, and it actually made me pee in my pants because I would ask Rue a question, and he would literally. Okay, so he's staring straight, and I go, Rue, are you hearing what I'm saying? Because I know he's not a diva, right? So I'm like, right. So I'm like, Rue, and Michelle's like, he's not going to look at you, as she's also not looking at me.
She's
looking straight ahead. They're both looking straight ahead. They're both looking straight ahead. And she goes, he is not going to look at you. And I go, okay.
But watch me. This is me looking at. This is me looking at. Talking to Michelle.
Yes.
Well, the girls were very wonderful. Michelle, what did you think?
Fabulous. How was lunch?
Yeah. See, I just slightly moved the head like this. This is me looking at Michelle like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah. So I'm talking to Rue. Okay. So I'm going, Rue. Okay. So this is what happened. So I go. I go, Rue. Oh my God. So it's so cute when you guys do the show. So do we do another take of that, or do I get to ever be funny, or what happens?
And I say, absolutely not, Leah. Did you have fun doing the show?
I had the best time. I would like to come back. Yes.
Good. No, I want you to come back. I just read in the trades that because of your award-winning show on A&E, you just signed a big deal to do other documentaries.
Well, back to the Aftermath, Rue.
Yes. Award-winning, Emmy award-winning.
Also a lot of other awards. But,
yes.
such an idiot. But actually, to be serious, Rue.
Uh-huh.
The show really, all of the awards belong to our contributors because there are repercussions to their doing the show. And Mike and I have just really feel honored that we were able to be conduits for their stories to be told, because really the accolades belong to the contributors who have bravely come on and said, my family is going to disconnect from me, all my friends will stop talking to me, and then I'm getting a hate site put up on me immediately. Within seconds of people appearing on our program, they get a hate site put up about them by Scientology.
Yeah.
And so it really is to them that the praise belongs, because outside agencies, our government agencies, they're not outside agencies. Our government agencies have done nothing to acknowledge the pain and the abuses that these people have experienced. And our program is really the only program that has acknowledged, we hear you, we see you.
Yeah.
What you went through, what you're going through now is real. It's very real. I've been witness, and so has Mike, to people in Scientology they don't get raised with the word pedophile, child molester, molestation, rape. Those words are changed as cults do, as people who are being groomed do. They don't know these words. So oftentimes they're telling their story to us for the first time, talking to the police for the first time. And we've been witness to this off camera, where they're telling the LAPD their story, and they are in tears. This is 20, 30 years later. They're in tears when a police officer, someone other than us, are saying, that was against the law. Yeah. That was rape. You were molested. I mean, the tears that happened to these people who are now mothers and fathers, it is heartbreaking to watch because they have not been acknowledged. And so I joke about the awards, but really it is so touching to us. I mean, I start crying to see how courageous they know they're being acknowledged by everybody who's voting for them. Yeah. So it really means a lot for us, for them.
So now what I read in the paper, so you've signed a deal to do other docuseries that go after some of the not-so-nice elements of life in this country?
A lot of the work that I believed that I was doing in Scientology was making the world a better place. Yeah. Come to find out 35 years later, I'm like, well, what, there's real racism in the world. You know, what the hell's going on? You know, you come out of a cult and you think the real world is so much better. And then you're like, why are people dying every day at the hands of cops because of the color of their skin? Why is there no money being put into education in the inner cities, but we're putting so much money into our prison systems? And I started just going, like, I'm late to the party of the human race. Michelle knows this, you know, I love solving problems. I love fighting for people who feel they can't fight for themselves. And so this is something that I thought I was doing for 35 years in Scientology, but I wasn't. So I feel this is just I feel a responsibility to make the world a better place, to expose what's going on in the world in the way that I can, because I have an 8th grade education. You know, in Scientology, you don't get an education. So I'm not going to let that stop me from using my voice. I'm not going to let that stop me from fighting people who might be more educated, but the real criminals of the world, or, you know, I'm going to do it the way I do it. You know, that's more of a street version, you know, but I don't know big words.
Take it to the street. We're going to be back with more Leah Remini in a minute. Scientology has denied your claims.
They always have a lot to say. That, you know, I'm an apostate, I'm a liar, I'm in
apostate? It for them. Isn't that illegal in this state?
I'm in it for the money. They have several hate websites on me. They have thousands and thousands of URLs. I mean, like if you look up who is blah, 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 anybody leaves the Church of Scientology, if you write who is, they have paid ads, millions and millions of dollars of tax-exempt money does Scientology pay to attack people who leave and speak about their experiences in Scientology. I mean, millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Do you think that the government should tax churches?
Well, where Scientology is concerned, absolutely, because it's actually not a religion. it is a cult. It's a business. I mean, it has a set price list that anybody can Google Scientology prices, and there's an actual price list, and they spend millions of dollars on their fancy sales, you know,
brochures.
Brochures,
and things,
exactly. And you have to prepay for these services. You cannot get the money back. So you have to pay in advance hundreds of thousands of dollars to do your service in Scientology. So I don't know, when people make that connection, when they say, well, it's like any other religion, it absolutely isn't. For the reason that it's run as a business, it has thousands and thousands of policies on how to extract money and coerce money out of its parishioners. And it is a business. It's run like a business from Thursday before 2 to the next Thursday before 2. So they actually run it as a business. And they can make all the money they want. Like I said, they can believe in whatever they want, not attacking their religious beliefs. But they should certainly be paying taxes because it's not a religion.
What's so impressive about you is that you have you've persevered, and that you still have your family life, you still have your career.
Blessed.
You're
Yes.
very, very blessed.
Yes.
So how long have you been married?
Wow. Like 20. How long have I been married, Mon? Do you know? How long have I been
It
married?
ain't 20-something years.
It
because
isn't?
I'm going to be 22, so you're still in the teens.
You're still in the
19.
teens of...
Something like
She's still in the teens.
Yeah.
Probably 19.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
and,
that.
And you have children, you have your husband, and
There he is.
everything is...
There he is.
Oh, look how
look
gorgeous.
at that.
How'd you meet?
Well, I know we were married before that one came.
Yeah. The child.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly,
How many
yeah.
children do you have?
I have one, and he has 3 beautiful sons, my stepsons.
How
my
did you meet your
bonus
husband?
sons. I met him in a club.
Up in the club?
You know,
Were you all up in the club?
bro, I did and by the way, we just told this story to our daughter, and I was like, this is like the most horrendous. Like, you always imagine, like, Daddy and I met, and it was beautiful. Like, you know, I saw him across. I was like, damn. What time do you get off? It was like everything wrong. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, everything that you should not do as a girl is ask a guy when he gets off work, hit it, you know, real quick. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of that.
Yes. Here in Los Angeles?
Here in Los Angeles, he was singing in a salsa. I know that I was like a groupie. You know, it was like just really bad. Like, we're all bad looks. But it was, it's a beautiful love story because we did go through, we did have a hard time in the beginning. We didn't meet under the best circumstances. We got counseling, and it was not an easy road. So, I mean, I'm saying these things to be funny once again, but the truth of the matter is, he is my rock, as David is for Michelle. Like, we couldn't do this without our husbands, and our kids are seeing their dads as men who take them to places that we can't necessarily take them to because we're working full time, and so it's like I have so much admiration for these dads because and our girls are seeing a different type of father, right? They're seeing a dad who, that's not the dad role, that's not the mom role, right? It could be the mom-dad role too, because we would love for David and Angelo to hit it.
And go out.
And so we'd be, you know, like we got the first 20. We got the first 20.
Second 20's on y'all.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? We love to be home.
Oh,
you know?
my goodness. It's lovely to know that, you know, with all the turmoil that you've been through, that you still have your family life. You still have your friends.
Yes.
Are you still...
Well, I have my real friends. You know, Michelle was there for me before and accepted me as a Scientologist and accepted me when I left. And not only did she accept me when I left, she was one of maybe 3 friends who were in this business who publicly said something about her support of me leaving Scientology. Because I have a lot of big name friends who were like, hey, I'll make you chocolate chip cookies and I'll like be there for you and to hold you. But a lot of people did not want to put their names out there, and I understand, did not want to put their names out there in support of our show, in support of me and Mike and the contributors. And she was one of 3 that did, and it really does go a long way because
J-Lo was one
you
of
know,
those friends.
Yep, Jennifer. Yep.
you know, you have to have your tribe. You have to have your tribe to back you up. And I know J-Lo, and how did you meet J-Lo?
I met Jennifer because I was friends with Mark Anthony.
Ah.
Like friends with Mark, right?
Yeah.
And so I met Mark.
What does that mean, friends?
Like friends. I wasn't like,
Not
you know,
Hollywood friends.
because I didn't even really know salsa. You know, I don't speak Spanish. You know what I mean? So I wasn't like.
You're just a groupie for salsa.
No,
singers.
I was not.
Yeah.
Just for Angelo, because I didn't know what the hell he was saying either. I didn't really care. You know what I mean? First of all, I thought Angelo was Italian because of his name, so I didn't know. I was like, maybe he just speaks Spanish. I don't know.
He does look Italian.
Yeah.
He does look
and the
Italian.
name Angelo. I was like, he's totally Italian.
I love that. All right, Leah's going to stick around. We'll be right back after this.
I was nervous to meet her because she's freaking Gaga.
Yeah.
The first day I get to set, I was like, so what do I call you? Like, lady? She said,
Okay. All right, from American Horror Story to The Great White Way, put your hands together for Cheyenne Jackson. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We know
Oh my
each other.
goodness. Talk about you. She has the tight skirt on. Those
get it
pants
up.
are very tight,
I know.
Cheyenne.
I was gonna. I saw her thing and I thought, well, I have to make a bit.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Well,
go.
no, you're working with a lot back there.
There's a lot
you
of
know.
junk in the trunk.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
Because I think the first picture I remember seeing of you was from the musical Xanadu.
Yes.
Where you had some cut-off shorts.
Cut off shorts about that high.
Very high.
Yes.
With all of that hanging out.
All of that. And actually,
Yeah.
I got some advice from Raven years ago at a thing.
My Raven?
Yes, your Raven.
Uh-huh.
And she said, if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't look good. Talking about clothes. And so, you know, if it usually, as you know, if something is really tight, usually it looks a
As
little
opposed
better.
to what? I'm
As
sorry.
opposed to loose
You
and...
felt like you had to say enclose as opposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he specified. Sorry, I shouldn't.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're
Let me let his
fine.
interview. You guys should be chiming in on this.
You're doing it for all
I'm
of
sure
us.
you're getting paid, the both of you.
You're doing it for all of us.
You're doing it.
Focus over there.
Okay.
Now, was Xanadu your first Broadway show?
No, it was my sixth, I think.
Your sixth
Yes.
Broadway show?
Yeah.
Well, but it was your first starring role.
It was my second starring role. I played Elvis on Broadway before that.
What was the show?
Thank you. It's called All Shook Up.
All Shook Up.
All
Yeah, I
Shook Up.
remember
was
that show.
But Xanadu was kind of my moment. Everybody in their career has a moment where they're like,
Yes.
oh, this is the thing. And so that was definitely, I was aware that it was happening right then.
Right. Where
Yeah.
are you from?
Idaho.
What do you call me?
I know. Northern Idaho, a teeny little town in northern Idaho. Population 1,200. It's called Old Town, Idaho. We grew up kind of off the grid. We had no running water. We had an outhouse. We had no indoor plumbing.
Wait, now you're going to have to call Child Protective Services.
I know. But actually, it was a really beautiful, bucolic way to grow up because my parents, it was almost like a little religious commune kind of thing. And
Watch out next to this one.
That just sounds beautiful.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. I mean, we didn't know that we were poor. I had everything I needed. We had goats, 2 goats named Harmony and Melody.
Oh.
Come on.
So,
And they were
right?
delicious.
They were amazing.
No.
That was not funny. That was not funny.
We don't eat goats.
That was not funny.
Terrible.
Now, I know I just posted a GIF of you with Lady Gaga where you're naked on a bed and she's slapping that ass of yours.
Yes, it happened.
What was that about? I mean, you were naked on this bed with Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Is that like lots and lots of takes?
That was a lot of takes. That was my first. I've done 4 seasons of American Horror Story, and that was my first season.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, they said that I was going to be married to Lady Gaga, and I was going to be a designer, and we were going to have all kinds of intimate scenes. I'd never done anything like that. I was nervous to meet her because she's freaking Gaga.
Yeah.
The first day I get to set, I was like, so what do I call you? Lady? And she said, Stephanie.
Yeah, really?
Turns out that's her name.
Okay.
And she could not have been cooler and nicer. And what I was really taken with her is she said, the very first day, she kind of took us all and said, you guys, I want to be great in this, and I want to do my best work. So if I'm not doing something right, or if I'm not hitting a mark, just help me out. I was just blown away with her openness.
Wow.
Because it's not always like that, as you know. And she's incredible.
Yeah.
And that was fun. So yes, we were naked on the bed, and she was rubbing my tushy, and I remember she had long nails, and it was just so many things going on.
So now, okay, the other side of the spectrum, tell me about working with Dame Joan Collins.
Oh my gosh. Joan Collins, yeah, last season on American Horror Story. Oh, she's everything you want her to be. She's just, like, she refuses to wear, like, Uggs between takes. She still has her, like, I think she's 80.
Or more.
Or more.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she looks amazing. Hi, Michelle.
Yeah. Dame Joan Collins. Did you have scenes with her?
I didn't. Actually, I had one scene at the end, but no, she was incredible. And we were, she just old-time glamour. Always had it all together. Would not... If it was too hot on set or too cold on set, she'd be the first to say. And it was great. No, it was good. Really
okay,
fun.
more stories from Cheyenne Jackson after this. We'll be right back. We're back with Cheyenne Jackson. Now, they tell me you got a new movie called Descendants coming out. It's a Disney movie?
Yeah, it's a Disney franchise that if you have kids that are 12 and under, you know what it is.
Because you've got kids that are 12 and under.
Yes, I have 2.5-year-old twins. And yeah, it's this big, giant... So cute. Yeah. I mean, I think they're the cutest.
And you play a bad guy in this.
I'm Hades. I am Lord of the Underworld. And, yeah, just light, you know.
Yeah, light fare.
Now this is gonna be the first thing that the kids they understand now that I'm an actor, and so they came to set, and I had the crazy blue hair, and they call me Daddy Blue Hair. And
I saw the kids at DragCon last week.
They had the best time at DragCon.
Yeah.
All day long, people were coming up to them saying Willow and Ethan, their names, and they're like, "What? How do you know my name?"
Yeah.
It was so sweet. And Michelle has loved my kids before they were even born. She's been like my mentor, my mama mentor, and being a dad has been the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Well, it's funny you say that because Andy Cohen tweeted something recently about people who come up to dads and have advice for, parenting children.
Yeah.
Does that ever get on your nerves?
Yes.
Well, it does.
Yeah, I didn't ask.
Yeah.
I've read every book. I've watched every YouTube tutorial. I mean, I was the only boy babysitter on the block growing up. I worked at a health club for 3 years, and I ran the child care department. People thought I was a trainer, and I'm like, no, give me your baby.
Yeah.
I'm watching your baby.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they give a lot of unsolicited advice. And also, I think because I'm a gay dad and...
Wait a minute. What?
I will say this. This happened. It was a little bit disturbing, but we were at a party... I guess about a year ago, my husband Jason and I, and it was all women at the party. We didn't know these people very well, and we had both of our kids. One of them just went up to me and said, "Here, gimme, I'll take her," as if like, oh, I'm the mom, or I know what to do. It was very strange, and both of us, she would never do that to a woman.
Right.
But it's a very strange thing as a gay. I mean, would you think so? I mean. If you didn't know her, if you didn't know them,
no, I just think that, because I experienced that too as a new mom. I mean, I think that we always think that you need to, there's something you don't know, because there's a lot that I didn't know and Angelo didn't know, having 3 kids.
I could be a little sensitive to it.
No, but I don't think you're wrong about people assuming because it's 2 guys that you're not, but you're certainly going to be calling me and Addie and Michelle when your daughter gets her period. I can tell you that.
For sure. Yes. We're hoping it happens when she's at camp.
But I don't disagree with them that probably insensitive females do believe that their missing something.
Well,
right?
I
don't believe
picked
it.
up the kids from school the other day, and one of the moms said, I had never met her before. She goes, "Are you Willow and Ethan's uncle?" I said, "What?" What do you, well, because I see another man dropping them off all the time, and I was like, "It's 2019, Pam."
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know that you are 6 years sober.
Yes.
Now, having been sober for so long, yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Having been sober for so long, what emerged out of sobriety and your personality that you weren't prepared for?
Wow, that's a good question. I have major anxiety in situations like this, to be perfectly honest. So a lot of my drinking was to be comfortable in social settings. And as an actor, you're always asked to go to parties, go to things, and it was my nightmare. So I would immediately go to the bar, have a shot of something, have a second shot, pretending it was for my friend, and really it's just for me. And just so I could just be in the world. And what I found, especially in the last couple of years in particular, is that I can do it. I'm okay. For a long time, I thought, you're never going to be able to walk into a big party or on a talk show or something and not have to have a little something backstage. But it's just, that's not the case anymore.
No, it's true. I've been sober almost 20 years.
Wow.
And what's interesting about it is that what happens is I didn't know, I didn't have tools to process my feelings. Who taught you how to process those feelings?
Well, actually, my friend Sia, and I'm not speaking out of turn, she's open about being sober, but Sia, the singer, she was the one that took me to my first AA meeting.
Really?
Yeah. And I watched her life. They say in the program, it's attraction, not promotion. So you see somebody who has something that you want or that you like. And I knew Sia before she got sober, and I watched her life explode in so many amazing ways. And her art and her as a person, she just blossomed, and I thought, I want some of that.
Yeah.
So we were friends, she took me to my first meeting, and then it all started happening, and I just learned to really start to get in touch with my emotions, allow myself to be vulnerable. I just thought I had to be a certain way, look a certain way. I would never sit like this before. I would always just be, think I had to be a certain thing. And then I thought, no, I'm a 6'4" gay kid from Idaho named Cheyenne. So,
All right. You can catch Cheyenne in Descendants 3 on the Disney Channel on August 2nd. We'll be right back. You excited to see how she turned out?
I am.
I am too. Come on out here, Jessica. Today, we met Jessica, who lost her family business and ultimately herself in Houston's devastating 2017 hurricane. Maurice here is Jessica's husband. You excited to see how she turned out?
I am.
I am too. Let me show you a picture of Jessica before. Okay, there she is. She's a beautiful woman. Now, let's see Jessica now. Come on out here, Jessica. A little bit of love. Star. Look at that. Jessica. My goodness, how do you feel?
I'm supposed to deliver that. This is the tea, hunty.
Wow. You look like a movie star.
Thank you. I feel amazing. I'm shaking right now, but I feel amazing.
Now, walk us through this process. Now, they cut your hair.
Yeah, a lot.
Yes, a lot. Now, it was Raven and Curtis who work on me. They've turned you into a little RuPaul, haven't they? My goodness. All right, Maurice, all right, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Is it too much?
It's beautiful. See.
Yeah? Do you think, okay, all right, okay, be honest, Maurice, not just because you're on television.
Okay.
Do you think your wife looks a little too fast and loose? Tell the truth.
I used to be a track runner. I was pretty fast.
Okay. All right, so listen, Jessica, to help you keep yourself up and looking good and feeling gorgeous, I've got this gift certificate from Sephora. They're giving you a $1,000 gift card, and this is just for you from Sephora. Sephora believes that beauty is for everyone. All right? Now, listen, and you guys at home, you can visit your local Sephora store or go to Sephora.com and sign up for a complimentary class and events and so much more over there. They've got it. We'll be right back after this. At-home slay of the day is Emily, who watches us on Fox 2 in San Francisco. Her greatest joy is walking her dogs and walking down the runway. Now listen, if you want to be one of our home slays, post your video using the hashtag Slay of the Day and tag us at RuPaul Show. Thanks to all my guests, and thank you at home for watching. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye.